Some breaking news coming in on the top story we're tracking today. Pakistan has latched on to the Coast Guard DIG's statement that he had ordered a Pakistani boat to be blown up. Taking the high moral ground, Pakistan Defence Minister Khwaja Asif said the incident tore off India's veil of being a peaceful country of the region. He said the international community must take notice of the incident and claimed India had violated international rules and disregarded humanitarian conditions. Joining me with the latest is my colleague Jugal Purohit from Bangalore at this point in time. Jugal, it is a hugely embarrassing situation for the Defence Minister and for the Coast Guard, which is, scrambling to right now piece together this entire controversy, save its face. And Pakistan now has reacted strongly, sharp words coming in from Pakistan. Humanitarian considerations disregarded by India. The veil of India being a peaceful nation in the region has been thrown off.
Well, Rishika, Pakistan's reaction on this report is anything but natural. What they've said essentially is something which they've been talking about since the time this controversy erupted, when the Defence Ministry on the 2nd of January made it public that a terror boat from Pakistan was coming closer and closer to the Indian waters, and subsequently it blew itself up. So what Pakistan today is saying is hardly a surprise, but the key question is, and this is something which was bound to happen. The Defence Ministry had, in fact, while giving us an interview, the Defence Minister himself had spoken about ensuring that his personal credibility was on stake. He said that I will ensure that in a matter of few days we get the entire report out, we make it public, we issue clarification so that the entire matter is solved. It happened after the opposition and Pakistan, of course, questioned the entire episode. Now the real question that the situation is demanding is just what has taken the Defence Ministry a month and a half. Today the Defence Minister said he will be ensuring that by next week this clarification is out, but the real question is that just what stopped him and his ministry. This is some ammunition which has been provided on a platter to Pakistan, and thus I said its reaction is hardly surprising.
Well, absolutely, the reaction is not surprising, Jugal, given the fact that the Defence Ministry at this point in time does find, itself on the back foot. The reaction from Pakistan not surprising. Going forward, Jugal, what is going to be the strategy of the ministry? How do they plan to tackle this controversy?
Well, Rishika, the Defence Ministry and the Minister particularly is seemingly unfazed by this controversy. He said that just because a DIG has spoken out does not change anything for either me or for my ministry and for the government. So the Defence Minister and his ministry is clear. No change of anything insofar as what the issue was. The only thing that will happen is disciplinary proceedings. DIG Loshali has been issued a show cause notice to reply within 48 hours explaining his conduct, speaking about things which the Coast Guard says never happened. And also on the other hand, by next week the Defence Minister told us today that he will ensure that his ministry puts out a detailed clarification with all possible photos and videos of this incident, so that for once and for all this controversy can be killed at its it can be nipped in the bud, if one can say. The bud is of course grown too far, but that's what the Defence Minister has said. That's what's going to happen now.
Well, absolutely, it is a hugely embarrassing situation, but as Jugal has been pointing out, the Defence Ministry appears to be completely unfazed. Pakistan obviously taking this opportunity to attack India. This is the position that they've maintained since this controversy in fact blew up on the 31st of December. Speculation, however, was put to rest after the Defence Minister did come on camera. He gave an interview, in fact, exclusively to Headlines today, where he cleared the air on this particular issue. But once again, this controversy has blown up in the face of the Defence Ministry, and Pakistan obviously taking advantage of that situation. Thanks, Jugal, for joining us with that update. Okay, Wajahat Khan, a political analyst, is in fact joining us on the phone line for more. So thank you for speaking with Headlines today. The Pakistani boat issue once again erupting in the face of the Defence Ministry, and while the minister appeared to be unfazed, Pakistan obviously has come out and strongly criticized India.
I was waiting to have which was in the making right from the get-go. Listen, independently speaking, this is something which needed to be figured out between the two defense ministries. But thanks to a complete lack of communication between Islamabad and New Delhi on a myriad for a myriad reasons, and in several areas, this sort of boo-boo was expected. Now, I wouldn't exactly stake your claim that Pakistan is going to take advantage of this. I frankly think that this is something which is really given to Pakistan to politicize. But so far, during covering the day's events here, I haven't really seen, besides mainstream media, I haven't really seen senior officials make hay out of this Indian Defence Ministry sun, which is shining right now over Islam. Something need to be kept that the next time.
All right, we seem to be having some audio trouble there with Wajahat Khan, but as he's been saying, the Pakistan mainstream media, of course, has in fact picked up this issue, but so far nothing really in terms of official comment that has come in, but strong words there by Pakistan criticizing the Defence Ministry. Pakistan there, of course, taking the high moral ground on this issue. Well, the Pakistani rogue boat which exploded in the Arabian Sea on the 31st of December is now literally blown up in the face of the central government and, of course, of the Coast Guard. All thanks to an Indian Coast Guard officer with loose lips who boasted at a gathering on Monday that he was the one who had ordered the Pakistani boat to be blown up. The statement is in clear contradiction to the government's stance, which maintains that the boat's crew set fire to the boat, which then exploded. A clarification was quick in coming. But first, let's just listen in to the officer, Deputy Inspector General B.K. Loshali, who first boasted and then retracted.
I hope you remember 31st December 9. We blew off the Pakistan. We have blown them off. I was there at Gandhinagar and I told at night, blow the boat off.
I am not in a position to take my own independent decision as it has been quoted in paper. And moreover, in operations, they are classified in nature, so we don't, it is not shared, information is not shared on nice to know basis, it is need to know basis. So I was not privy to whatever was happening. So I have been misquoted. The boat has actually set herself on fire and sun.
Well, the government has acted quickly in order to probe into the entire matter. According to the latest information, the Coast Guard has issued a show cause notice to DIG B.K. Loshali on the boat issue. The organisation may also take disciplinary action against him, which may include a court-martial. Just about an hour before the probe was announced, Defence Minister Manohar Parrikar had given clear indications that a probe may be ordered into the statement. The Defence Minister stoutly defended his earlier statement that the suspicious Pakistani boat blew itself off the coast of Gujarat after being chased on December the 31st. Parrikar said that the case wasn't about differing statements but one of indiscipline. Importantly, the Defence Minister said he will release some of the evidence regarding the Pakistani rogue boat.
If someone tomorrow makes a statement which is incorrect, at the most you are making a case of a disciplinary proceeding against him. I told you so clear, we stand by what we said. Issue is over. Coast Guard has issued denial, he himself has issued denial. If you want me to investigate whether he really made it and how he made it, why he made it, I will investigate and give you the report. I don't tell you. The Raksha Mantri does not justify a remark made by someone where I don't know myself what remark he made. He has Indian Express released a video of the incident or the DIG is making a statement?
The DIG statement.
So I will make inquiry against that. I will take the video copy. I will check up whether he has made that statement properly, word to word, whatever he says, what is reported. We will take action against the person if required, if he has made that statement after making a proper inquiry. There is a procedure which has to go. I will do that procedure and I will also release you the evidence of the event if you want it.
Well, the incident has left the government red-faced and the Coast Guard scrambling to find a way out of this controversy. There have been 3 clarifications issued since morning by the Coast Guard. First was a press conference by a top-level officer denying any such statement was ever made. Second, a rejoinder by the officer in question who now claims that he was misquoted and he wasn't even privy to the entire operation. Third, another press conference where Loshali was made to give a statement to the media.
I have received a rejoinder from DIG B.K. Loshali, and he has indicated very specifically that it is not factual. This is the statement of DIG Loshali himself, and he said that he does not subscribe to the text of whatever has been indicated, and he also goes on to say that he has not made this statement